Over the last few years, about 5 years, we've been going to Casa de Luz down in Primo Tapia, Mexico. And Casa de Luz is House of Light, and it's the center for children. We are blessed to be able to go down there on a regular basis and just reach out to the kids. And like we were talking about this morning in the message, to love on them and love on the people of the community. So today we want to talk about Casa de Luz. Picture 1, that's the name on the side of the building. And when you talk about children, they need all the love we can get. We're dealing with kids that are normally from a single mom or a single parent family, and lots of kids in the family that need help on a day-to-day basis, Monday through Friday. So that's what Casa de Luz does, is they reach out and they help them. So some of the things that we've done over the last 5 years, we've done feeding to the poor, we've built office, we've replaced some roofing projects, flooring projects, deck railings, and of course we've raised some capital for Tony and Aaron, who are the managing directors at Casa de Luz in Mexico, and they live there full-time with their 4 children. So it's a big blessing to have someone full-time on site there. So if you can cue up picture number 2, Chuck. Picture number 2 is the current playground for the children. Everybody excited about that playground? How would you like to send your kids out to that playground every day? No, I didn't think so. There's close to 100 kids there sometimes, 75 always, that go out and play in this concrete jungle. I'm just going to read a vision that I had in conjunction with my wife, Tony and Aaron, who are the managing directors, and Pastor Daniel from La Hermosa Church, which all of this is on their property. All of the Casa de Luz and the church is all on one piece of property. So I'm just going to read the vision that I had that I presented to the board about we should be able to do something better for the kids down there. This is a church-sponsored area that's there, and I would want better for my children. The vision is a large project consisting of a playground, a newer playground. Our church has not undertaken a large project like this before. But as you can see in the pictures, the present playground is really not safe for children, nor are the ramps adequate for challenged adults or children. Try to wheel a wheelchair through there. That's the main entrance right over top of that concrete. When we were there in March, we had a vision to help the children with something safer to play on and enjoy, something like we could see in many playgrounds in Penticton. Our Canadian children are very blessed. There's hardly a 2-block radius in Penticton here that you can't go and find a really nice playground. And that's thanks to a lot of service clubs that have been in Penticton that go there. In Mexico, they don't have that opportunity. There are no nice playgrounds anywhere near Casa de Luz. So, the vision is something new. Picture number 3, Chuck, please. Picture number 3 is something I drew. This is a top-down view of a new playground that will fit in that particular concrete jungle that's there now. So, those of you that are familiar with reading plans, you'll see that it looks like a playground structure with some tables to sit at, a couple of slides, and a couple of places you can climb, and there's a couple of swings will be on the outer perimeter of that. So having spent considerable time playing and sitting in this area over the past 5 years, we have a good feel for the way the children, the teachers, and the parents, as well as the teams. Those of you that have been on teams know that we run all over the place down there. Right, Steve? Up, down. Is Claudia here today? We did cardio by Claudia last time we were there. That was awesome. But there's a lot of people in this congregation today that have been to Mexico, to Casa de Luz, that have run all over the place where this could go. So the vision, if we could put together concrete right now and redo all the concrete with proper ramps for the wheelchairs and the disabled people that are able to walk up and down there, and we can put in this area with concrete this fall, that would be awesome. Sometime after Christmas, we could put down a rubber mat underneath of where the playground would go. And after that, we would have a playground that would fit into the space that we've got here. So we go to the next picture there, Chuck. So this is a straight-on view. If you're looking straight at the playground area, if you just relate it to the first picture, got a couple of canopies on there, some slides going down. Now we'll flip right to the last picture here, Chuck. Ta-da! How would you like to see that, or something similar to that, in that concrete jungle? That's the vision. So concrete this fall, rubber mat and some railings, a little bit after Christmas, hopefully. And then somewhere around spring-ish, we'd be able to go back and take another team and put this playground together for the kids. Anybody think that's a good idea? Good go. So the playground consists of the rubber mat, the climbing areas, all those types of things, but it's designed for 2-year-old to 5-year-old. And the reason it's designed for 2 to 5-year-olds is because the older kids, the 6 to 12s, have just got a new play area that they can play soccer on, that MEI, the Mennonite Educational Institute in Abbotsford, came to the table and they sponsored that project, so the kids have got a nice play area, the older kids have a nice play area that they can play soccer on. So we would like to do something for the younger kids that only have that concrete jungle to play on. The only problem with this plan is it takes a little bit of this. So we're calling everybody and going, if you want to be involved in this, we would really love it. As you can tell, I have a lot of passion for this. My wife's not speaking at the moment, but I think she has more passion than I do. And we live for the kids to go love on them, right after our own grandkids. So we've got a huge family of kids, whether we're in Zambia or whether in Mexico, that we just want to love on and make it the best for them. So we need about 40 grand minimum. That would build a nice playground for them. If we could raise a little bit more than that, it would be awesome. But right off the bat this fall, we need about $15,000 or $18,000 to get the concrete done, and then we can carry on. But we're really asking for your participation. This is something that all of our congregants in our church here can have a piece of the action here. Not to mention that we go down on a regular basis, and we would love to have you participate in this. So that's all for my spiel at the moment. I'm going to pass the mic to my wife just to tell her what we're doing, or tell us what we're doing in November.
Okay, so Hart alluded to this already. We are taking a team again back to Casa de Luz. We're leaving on November the 3rd, and we're returning on November 11th, so that gives you your statutory holiday in that time. We'd love to take as many of you who are willing to come with us so that you can be a part of seeing the before and participating in our outreaches in the community and reaching out to these wonderful families and children. Oh, yes. So we wanted to offer you an opportunity to ask questions. Maybe you've got a question that's something that we haven't thought of, and we want to make sure that we're facilitating all of that so that you can understand completely what the church is endeavoring to do. So hands up, questions. There's one.
Go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we are going to be using the staff from the church at La Hermosa. There's many young men that are trained to do concrete work. We will be buying the playground itself in San Diego. We want to make sure that it's safe and sound. This is something that Penticton Vineyard is putting their name on. And we want to make sure that it's safe for the kids and it is something that we can know that it's going to be a long-term thing. Some of you who were there in the beginning know that there was kind of a busted down old playground in one of the areas at one time, and it fell apart. And a lot of time and energy was put into putting that playground in, but it was not a good system, and it was a used system that had been donated, so it's not really the best idea. We want to do the best because God gives good gifts. Other questions?
More questions? One over here, Paul.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So Casa de Luz is in a fenced area that is not open to the public. This is just for the children who are part of the program. Now, remembering the original picture of the slide, that playground is not safe. And the kids that go there often will come from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. And they don't have, other than the building, any area to play. Terry alluded to the fact that they are putting in a new soccer pitch area for the older children, but the little ones don't have anything to play on. So we want to do this for them.
Chuck, can you just put the loop on, please? The picture loop, thanks. Commercial grade. Like we'd see in a playground that we have in Penticton here. We might as well do it right the first time out. The one thing that we don't want to do is create a work project for the people that are down there that are volunteering. We want to have it so it's going to be there for a lot of years. Chad? That's correct. And it's within a gated area of the church and Casa de Luz, so it's only for people of the church and of Casa de Luz. It's not a public playground. Any other questions? I don't see any other hands. Going once? Going twice? Sold.
Awesome. Thank you. We were aware when we did this, when this was presented to us, we were aware we just finished doing a building project here. and a number of you gave sacrificially. We had a bit over $60,000 that was given, and you've seen the results of that, and we're very grateful for that. But we really felt like, you know what, this feels like a God thing. It feels like something we should do. We've wondered how we could participate in something down there. We've actually thought of building a house down there because they do build houses for people there. But we really felt like, you know what, I think this is good. I think it's right. I think it's timely. And so what we're asking you to do is to go home and pray. We're not trying to manipulate anybody. Come on, we should do this. Let's go home and pray. God, how much should I give towards this? I believe it's totally doable. I believe within the next couple of months we should be able to raise the $40,000. And so we want to encourage you to do what God prompts you to do, okay? And we think it's a great project. And